Come on. So far, my trip across Honshu Island by local trains has brought me to the surprising mountain community of Niimi in Okayama Prefecture. Today I'm continuing on, piecing together a series of quirky rural lines, including the trip's first private railway, towards the city of Tottori, near the Sea of Japan. Good morning, I'm still Jeremy, and I'm here at Niimi Station in Niimi in Okayama Prefecture, and today the trip across Honshu continues on local trains only. Today I've got a series of 4 trains that will end up in the big city of Tottori. And it could have been 3 trains, but I actually rerouted it to be 4 because I want to go out of my way to kind of see something cool, but that'll be later. My first train is at 9:46 and it's on a new line for this trip. It's called the Kishin line. Arigato. Track number 2, Kishin line. Somebody has written in chalk here on the platform. They drew an IC card, says Kishin line and Geibi line. IC card you cannot use. So the Kishin line starts here in Niimi. There are only only 8 per day. The first at 4:45 a.m. is actually an express train, although it doesn't go that far. Then they're kind of spaced out every 2 or 3 hours. Here's mine, 9:46. The last one of the day also doesn't go very far and doesn't run on holidays. So not too many trains. The Kishin line has its origins in 1923 when there was a line here kind of in the mountains called the Sakubi line. There was another unrelated line down near Himeji called the Himetsu line. And they eventually joined to become the Kishin line. The Kishin line was named that, Kishin, because it connects Himeji with Niimi here. And if you take the first 2 characters of Himeji and Niimi and use the different alternate pronunciation of them, then it's Kishin. So it's kind of, even now, thought of in kind of 3 different stages, just like kind of its history was. So it's Niimi to Tsuyama, and then it's Tsuyama to Sayo, and then Sayo to Himeji. But most of the passengers are around here, around Himeji. And that's where the IC card can be used, and all this part is just very rural. Probably a lot of winding curves and arcs and tunnels and bridges over rivers and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a very enjoyable ride. And the weather right now is perfect. It's like 22 degrees Celsius. It's going to be hotter today and more uncomfortable and humid and stuff. But up here in the mountains it's not too bad. But right now it's just, I hate to leave. But I'm also excited because this is perfect train weather. My first ride is typical for a local train on the Kishin line, a single diesel car built in the mid-1990s. Got the seat I wanted on this side. This is my home for an hour and 45 minutes. station. 15 people a day on average get on here. Again, nobody on this train. It must be all in the morning or something. There's only one. I was going to say they must be getting on in the morning for some reason, but there are only 2 trains in the morning, and one's 4:45 and it's an express. Tree branches smacking against the windows. We're at Tsuyama Station. The station's over on the right. Here on the left you can see an old platform and space where there used to be more tracks. Tsuyama Station. He said we have to wait here on the platform a few minutes. Scheduled, I think. This station was involved in an incident in 2002 in which a 2-car train was parked here overnight, and they didn't set the brakes correctly. So at some time in the middle of the night, the train started rolling ahead where we're going, about 1 kilometer until it hit a dip and stopped. One of those runaway train incidents that really embarrassed JR or any train line, but it happens sometimes. Ah, すいません。ありがとう。ありがとう。晴れてるよ。大切。これ日よけ。あ、そう。うん。うんうん。帰りがついてる。あ、そうか。Okay, there's my train that just got off. It's going back to Niimi, I would imagine. What's this train? For Chizu. Ah, interesting. Okay, here at Tsuyama, there are actually 3 train lines. There's mine, the Kishin line, and there are 2 that start here. There's one that goes south called the Tsuyama line. It goes to Okayama. And then there's one, more importantly, more interestingly for me, called the Inbi line. The JR Inbi line goes from here, goes north through a station called Chizu and up to the city of Tottori, which is where I'm going tonight. That's where my hotel is. But I'm not taking the Inbi line from here. I could have, that was the original plan. But I'm going to continue on the next train, which is in about 45 minutes. Goes that way, keeps going on the Kishin line a little further east to Sayo Station. And from there, I'm going to catch a private railway, not JR, called Chizu Express. And it will go up and meet the Inbi line in Chizu. And then I will take the Inbi line up to Tottori. So basically, instead of going here on the triangle, I'm going here and here. A little bit out of my way, I just wanted to see this private railway. Arigatou. Let me make sure I have this right. Kishin line for Sayo, 12:15. Tsuyama is another city that seems pretty decent size and pretty important for trains and stuff, but it's another one that I've not heard of. I guess I've been by it on trains before. Maybe I was on a train that stopped here like an express train, but I didn't really register it. The Inbi Bridge. Very nice. And look at the view over the river. Okay, I've got 11 minutes till the train comes. I got my lunch for whenever from Family Mart. There is an old steam train or something on display over here, and the station's right here. I'm gonna try to get across this busy road when the signal turns to go see the train real quick and then run into the station. I thought I had plenty of time. I always think that. And there's no button to press for the signal, so I gotta just wait. Okay, come on. Green right now. And there it is, the C1180. I will have to research what this is later. The C1180 steam engine was built in 1935 and operated first in Shikoku, then around Okayama and on the Geibi line, and finally around Aizu Wakamatsu in eastern Japan. It pulled the Emperor's train for an event in 1962, and it was retired from service in 1975, having run over 1.7 million kilometers in its 40 years of service. That's a great one. Okay. Find my train. Oh no. No, come on, man. Oh man, come on. It's not taking my 100 yen coin. Here, take that. Long line at the machines. Everybody's taking forever. I just didn't want to deal with having to put 770 yen in because I'm carrying my camera and I'm carrying my lunch. And I didn't want to juggle all the coins, so I just put 150 in to get the cheapest ticket I could. Just would get me in the station, and I'll pay up when I get to the next station. There's my train. What seats are available? I'll keep an eye on it, see if any forward-facing seats become available. As it is, I'm on the bench seat back here. I've got room by myself, and I got an open window here. Oh, here we go. So I'll be on this train for 57 minutes. All right, I was back there on the bench seats. It is a Saturday today, and so there's more people out. A lot of school kids have activities related to school to do on Saturdays, like sport teams and stuff, so a lot of them on trains, especially here in the afternoon. So a bunch of them got on, and I kind of moved aside to let them sit together, and my view out the train was this little tiny window with a big bird poo stain right in the middle of it, so I couldn't really see what was coming, and it was not a great view, but somebody got off from this seat, so I'm on the wrong side of the train, the sunny side of the train, but I'm not complaining because I've got a view and I've got my own seat for now. Phew. station is called Kozuki, and it's kind of a milestone on this trip because so far on this trip I've been in the Chugoku region of Japan. So I've been in Chugoku the whole time, which is everything from Yamaguchi over to like Kobe. The next station, Kozuki, is actually in Hyogo Prefecture, and it's the westernmost station in all of Kansai, the big central region where I live. But before we get there, we've slowed to a crawl here on this curve for some reason. We're going real slow. We're being passed by mosquitoes. We're stopped at Kozuki, the westernmost station in Kansai. I will be going back to Chugoku soon, but we have a little scheduled stop here on the platform waiting for another train, so I get to enjoy home a few minutes here. Okay, I am at Sayo Station. This is the train I just got off of. And what I'm doing is I'm changing from JR. I'm leaving JR. I'm going to go to a train like this. This is a train on the Chizu Express. And I have about 45 minutes actually here in Sayo, so I'm going to find a place to eat this lunch. Probably that's all I'll have time to do here. Maybe in the station somewhere. But exciting changeover, the first private railway. Although it has an odd history and is sort of a brother to JR in this area, in a way. Well, remember I only paid 150 yen for my ticket, although it cost 770 to go here. The transfer to the Chizu line is right here in the station. You don't have to leave the ticket gates or anything, so should I just go and pay up when I get Tottori? What do I do? Well, the window is unstaffed, so I'm just going, I guess. I don't know. So that train there, I believe, is a limited express by JR. JR uses these tracks. Here's the northbound direction of the Chizu Railway. There's mine, 1354. All these other colored ones are express trains, but they're all JR express trains. All trains that are actually Chizu Railway trains are the black ones. Okay, nice, good, quick lunch. Forgive me, I'm still chewing the banana. Good news about the ticketing thing, by the way. So this part here, the big bold line, that's the Chizu Railway. And over here, it's got fares to other stations along the JR line on either end, because both ends connect to JR trains. My station where I got on isn't mentioned specifically, but it shows that there is a relationship and there's no worry about using one ticket on both lines. Outside of the station, just a big concrete box. Not as inspiring. I was kind of hoping for a trash can. One trash can in the station. That's not too much to ask, is it? Don't think they have one anywhere. All right, well, give up on the trash can. Fun to see Sayo for a couple minutes, and here's the story of the Chizu Railway. So it was first planned, it was first approved in 1922 by the government railway system, what is now JR. And with impressive speed, they got to actually starting it in 1966. Actually starting to build it. So that took a long time because they had to get the land and they had to make embankments and find out where the curves were going to go because they wanted it to be like a high-spec railway. They wanted it to be able to handle fast trains. So they worked on it. They got it 95% finished. And then, as part of a bigger study, in 1980, they realized, or they decided, this isn't going to be a good moneymaker. It's not going to be worth it. Let's just abandon it. So they stopped working on it, although it was very nearly complete. And then in 1986, it was all sold off to a new company called the Chizu Railway. They finished it, they put the tracks down and everything, and it opened in 1994. And now, because it's such a high-spec railway, Chizu only runs local trains. And JR, they pay track usage fees for the Super Hakuto and the Super Inaba limited express trains, which go up to Tottori. And so now the Chizu Railway has plenty of money. They make tons of profit because they get all the usage fees from JR. It suits JR because they don't have to pay to maintain the tracks and run local trains and the stations and stuff. So like everybody benefits. But it took from 1922 to 1994 for it to open at all.
The Chizu-bound local train is about to arrive at track 2. For your safety, please remain behind the textured yellow line.
I want a seat here on the platform side, on the left side of the train. Chizu. Okay, here we go. I tried to get on and he stopped me. I've never seen that happen. He stopped me and said, "Where are you going? Where do you want to go?" I said, "Chizu." He's like, "Oh, okay, go on." He couldn't believe that I wanted to, somebody like me would just want to ride a local train. You need a limited express. But no, this is what I want. So, nice train. Like a lot of wood here. The floor is wood. The handles are wooden. The little grates under the seats are wooden. Everything's clean and kind of shiny. Only 4 other passengers besides me. Okay. A couple of us are sleeping on this train. One guy is sleeping with a studying book of some type, studying something in front of him. One guy's got like can and Japanese sake going. This train line being built to high specifications means that this local train actually goes pretty fast. It's not like all the other trains I've been on this trip, which are kind of rattling through. It is a diesel train. All the trains on these lines are diesel still. And I'll be on the train, it's about 42 kilometers, I think, my ride. I'll be on the train for just under an hour, which is 8 stations between my endpoints.
Please place train fare, train ticket with number ticket into the fare box, located next to the driver's seat.
This is Ishii Station. Average 5 people a day get on trains here. Nobody right now. And after we leave here, we're going to re-enter Okayama Prefecture through a big tunnel. And so we'll be back out of Kansai and back into Chugoku for the rest of the day. One other thing about all the train cars on the Chizu Express Railway is that they're like names, they're all numbers, or HOT, some number. And that stands, it's on purpose. The English word hot, but it means Hyogo, Okayama, and Tottori, the 3 prefectures where the train lines run. This is Miyamoto Musashi Station. If that just sounds like a person's name, it's because it is. That guy, Miyamoto Musashi, was a 16th century swordsman. And some people believe he was born near here. So, the station is named after his honor. 10 people a day get on here, nobody right now. This is Ohara Station. There's our sister train, or the local train, going the other way. Everybody is taking photos of our train, just like I'm taking video of their train. That's weird. And they have forward-facing seats and stuff. I don't get it. What's so special about this train? It's just like, seems like it's just like their train, except we have bench seats. I just remembered that this train is like, has a vivid purple color on the design on the outside. That's why they were taking pictures of this train. It's the weird purple train. I don't know why. I don't know if this is the only one or what that means. I think I may have lucked into a super special train ride. This is Awakura Onsen Station. Nobody here now, but after this, we are leaving Okayama Prefecture. We're going to enter Tottori Prefecture, the final prefecture of this ride today. And it's the actual prefectural line comes in the middle of a 5-kilometer long tunnel that we're just about to enter after we leave this station.
どこから来られました？
アメリカ人です。でも大阪市に住んでいる。
英語を勉強してます。
Went up to the front of the train to get video of the Limited Express passing by, and the driver kind of seemed to notice me and take a little interest in me, so I said, is it okay if I take photos out the window? He said, yeah, actually, why don't you come out here on the platform? I got a few minutes. He opened the door for me and he walked out with me. He's like, hey, you could take a picture here. Really nice driver. Okay, here's the tunnel. And at the risk of overselling it, but I don't think I am, the next station is perhaps the most unique on this whole trip so far. The station is called Koi-Yamagata, and Koi is a word for love. And so they've painted everything at the station pink. Every morning, one of the trains stops here for 15 minutes, and it's mentioned separately on the schedule as a special thing. I guess so lovers can get off and take pictures and all that kind of cool stuff.
Passengers connecting to Inbi line bound to Tottori and Tsuyama area should get off here. Thank you for riding the Chizu Express again today.
Arigatou gozaimasu. The unique Amatsuboshi train car, meaning Heavenly Stars, was built in 1994 for the Chizu Express Railway. This car is the only one featuring locally sourced wood and a night sky themed design. The 5 different emblems on the bench fabric are flowers found in the 5 municipalities the train passes through. The car can be chartered, with wooden tables added if you want. If you're super lucky like I was, though, this will just happen to be the train that shows up at the platform you're waiting at one afternoon. All sorts of cool trains here. I'm gonna go and wander around a little bit for my next train.
あと1570円。
All right. So I have nearly an hour here, and there's a Somewhere up there on one of these mountains, there's like a road you can walk to go up there and see this big view over the town. I was standing in the station just now, and I got off the train getting stamps in my stamp book, and the driver, my driver of my train, came in. So he stopped to talk with me again, and he was like asking me what my next plans were, where I was going, because he wanted to help me with the train schedule and stuff, so I told him. But he was really, really nice and helpful, and he asked me how my trip was going and everything. And he shook my hand and wished me luck and everything. Okay, this is it. There's a train. Perfect timing, train. Another train. See it there? That might actually be my train coming to pick me up. Okay, well, one more train ride, and it's about half an hour until my train leaves. Here's mine, 1556. Although Tottori is a big place, next local train, 1724. And no one around to stamp my ticket that I got it here. What does that mean? Where do I go? What platform do I go to? Somebody help me. No one's gonna help me. All right, that's it, track 3. So here is my train. 1 man, 2 cars, and the classic blue and white. It is a Chizu train. It's just being used by JR. What a weird relationship these companies have. Getting mighty hot. So this is the Inbi line, my first actual look at the Inbi line. My only look at the Inbi line because it ends in Tottori. I'll be on here for about an hour and only going 32 kilometers. The Inbi line began as a government railway, which it still is, JR railway, in 1919. Started in Tottori and went a little bit south, and then over the years they added to it a little bit by bit, and now it goes all the way to Tsuyama. This is a Wakasa Railway car. Someday I'll come back and ride the Wakasa Railway. This train is coming in on the Niimi line, which is the main JR line around this part, around the Sea of Japan. And that's what I'll be taking when I leave Tottori, going to wherever that train just came from. Okay, here it is, my final train, my final station of today, Tottori. I've been here many times because it's such a major train hub. Every time I've been anywhere near this part of Japan, usually ends up involving Tottori. So a fun ride today, and we are a little bit closer to the goal of getting up to northeastern Honshu. It'll still be a while though. Let me take a look at the checklist. Again, you don't see a whole lot on the checklist, just hanging around on trains and stations all day, but a few things. Abandoned bicycle, interesting statue or figurine, motor scooter, obachan with cart, notable bird, cartoon drawing on sign, graffiti, hair salon, hair salon. It has been a long day. Tree being cut into circles, car elevator, beer vending machine. Okay, so next I will be leaving on the other train line that I said, the Sanin line, somewhere towards the east. I don't know yet because I haven't made those plans yet, but I'll go to my hotel now, which I can see from the platform here, and I'll figure out the next leg. So thanks for watching. If you want to watch this whole journey in more detail, you can do so on Patreon. And either way, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Special thanks this week in random order to David Richley, Will Phillips, Samantha, Ray Nichols, Matt Kane, John Pfeiffer, and Russell Davis. Thanks for wandering around Honshu with me. Everywhere is worth exploring.